Hello, change makers and empaths. How are you? I am here with your transformation and growth message for March. Essentially, transformation and growth is how you're becoming better, right? How you are healing the past and changing the things, releasing what no longer serves you so you can continue to grow and be the best version of you that you can possibly be. And because as you do that, your life becomes better, of course, and the lives of the people around you become better. So that's amazing. So, what I like to do here is really connect with your higher self, okay? The version of you that knows so much more than this little human being that you are, and your spirit guides, your team that protects and surrounds you, and see what kind of guidance and advice they have for you for this month. All right. And there's more, but I'm going to go ahead and get started while it's coming through because I'm guessing it's based on what is coming up already. So, what has your inner voice been asking of you? There's been like some sort of nudge that you've been getting, maybe some messages, some ideas kicking around. There's something that's been coming up to you and you're not acting on it yet. And your team is telling you it's time to listen and act. So what is that? And yeah, this should be kind of clear. Not kind of, this should be very clear for you. You should probably be like, oh man, called out. Okay. Like it should be a fairly obvious one for you. So, the person this message is for, what this is. Okay. Yeah. And this is part of you committing. You're committing. So, well, right now you're riding the fence on something, and whatever this message is about that. It's about, and this is okay. So, it's all coming in now. There's a whole theme for the month about so as I've done the moon readings and these messages, there's been this big theme of your vision is only a fraction of the whole story. Okay. Because if you were to to have the full vision of what is meant for you, you would just be so overwhelmed, you'd be paralyzed. Okay. So what happens is as we go along, the vision shifts and it changes to move us into that bigger version of ourselves, and to keep pushing us forward. So, you hear a lot about the comfort zone, right? And that's essentially the design there, is to kind of keep slowly moving you into that next step. You take the step and trust that your foot is going to land on a stone, right? You're not going to fall into the abyss. One of the things I talked about was having a safety net. How would you act knowing you were walking across a tightrope with the safety net versus without a safety net? Okay. So this is another such moment in your life where you're being nudged into a new vision. Now, if your old vision hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean that you failed or that things haven't happened. It means that that vision was to get you here, and now it's time to shift. And there's been a message coming through telling you it's time to act on ... right? This is very personal to you. It's time to act on whatever that message is that's been coming through to you. For everybody on my tribe here, in my tribe, it's a little bit different. But the whole idea is to fully commit. Okay. Don't live life like a dress, like a rehearsal, play full out. Okay. Um, However, in doing so, do not carry the world on your shoulders. Okay. This is not meant to be heavy. It's not meant to be heavy. Just listen, trust, and walk the path. You're being protected. You're being guided. Yeah, your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. You have the power to create the life you love. You, only you. So know that. Trust that. Trust that any mistakes that you might make are by design. They're by design. And again, I will go back to one of my favorite quotes from that Becoming an Empowered Empath. Sometimes your intuition will guide you around the fire. Sometimes it'll walk you straight through it because that's where the lesson is. That's where you are meant to be. So you're not doing it wrong, okay? You're doing it right. And life is about living and experiencing and learning and growing, okay? And that's the whole point of this message, is to keep you doing that. So, yeah, don't get stuck in fear and worrying about, oh, what if I'm not right? What if it's wrong? Again, I'm going to go back to this message I got today. Plan for the future while being in the present, while living in the present, okay? And give your inner critique a vacation day. Yeah, I think we all need that one every once in a while, huh? Yeah. Remember, okay. Yeah, let's talk about the difference between that internal guidance and the inner critic. The internal guidance should feel expansive, like you can breathe big, right? Your lungs open up, your chest opens up, like it feels expansive in your body. When you hear something that feels contracting, that's not your inner guidance. That's your inner critic. And you can thank your inner critic for trying to protect you. But you don't need their protection in this moment. Okay? Listen to the guidance. Go ahead and live full out. And that's what you're being challenged to do this month. All right. Let me know what this is about. Because, like I said, for every one of you, this is a little something different. Obviously, we're all different humans, right? But this applies to all of you catching this message, definitely. And would love to hear in the comments what this means to you and how you're going to commit to living full out this month and ongoing. Yeah, do all the things like subscribe, right? Check out for ongoing guidance, channeled affirmations sent to you daily. I've got all kinds of resources in the description for this, and I hope this helped. I see you. I love you. I believe in you.